Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing What If Kaguya Raised Naruto Remake Part, I think this is 4 or 5 or whatever. Who really cares? So, let's start it off. So Naruto, the last thing that Naruto, I'll start this part off with, Kakashi explained the tuning exams. And Naruto basically tells, like, Kakashi that there's no point in Divine participating in the tuning exams. And Kakashi was like, why would you, like... And Naruto was like, think about the risk of, like, her competing and me competing. Like, let's say she gets injured and she's overcome with sadness or grief or pain, and then I'm mad because she got injured. You know, that's a very bad mixture. And Kakashi was like, that's a very good point. You're not, like, he turns and looks at Divine and was like, you're not gonna be participating. And Naruto was like, yeah. And she kind of look like, Divine looks at Naruto, but then, like, kind of just shrugs it off. Stop. So, like, I'm gonna say, yeah, Sasuke then chimes in and was like, yo, so, like, what are you, like, for the 2 weeks, Naruto, like, what are you finna do? And Naruto's like, for right now, I guess, like, I can train. And Naruto, basically, what he had did was, him and Divine had, quote unquote, got a chaperone, which they did not. He just told, Naruto just told Hiruzen that they were leaving the village for the 2 weeks. And when Naruto was, when Naruto, like, when they left the village, Naruto asked Divine, does she know of any good places that she passed on the way here? And she was like, I had passed some mountains, #mountains. I had I had passed some mountains on the way here, and there was like this cave that I had to refuge in. It was kind of warm, and yeah. And Naruto's like a warm cave in the mountain. Sounds like a plan. So they start heading over there, and, like, I'm gonna say it was a 2-day trip to get there and back to the village. So it was a 1-day trip there, and then, like, it's gonna take them another day to get back to the village. But yeah, so they get there. Some of y'all might be like, oh, these are little ass kids. Little ass kids with dangerous amounts of chakra. Like, the entire time they were, like, headed there, Naruto was just, like, letting his chakra flow throughout him. Like, flow out of him. And, like, basically just let anybody, like, any bandits or like, rogue shinobi in the area know that although I may be a kid, this ain't what you want. So, yeah, Naruto basically warded off anybody. When they get there, Naruto like looks at Divine and was like, I know you're about the same, like, I know me and you are equal in strength. And Divine looks at him and was like, what do you mean? And Naruto was like, we're finna fight. And she kind of looks at him and was like, what do you mean? Like, when it comes down to it, Naruto and her do have equal amounts of strength, but Naruto's like the assault half. Basically, like, he's basically like the tank, and she's like the healer. Basically, like, she can defend herself very easily, like, with little ease, but she is basically meant for just healing. And she tries to tell Naruto this, but Naruto's like, no, you can defend yourself. And you're probably the only other person that's, besides an adult, that's about the same skill level as me. So we're finna fight. And before she could even answer, Naruto just lunges at her, and her instincts kick in, and she kind of like jumps out the way, and lunges in toward Naruto, and they just start going at it. For the next couple of weeks, like for the next 2 weeks, they were just going at it. And everybody still get trained, like how it was, or whatever. I don't know what the fuck Sakura was doing. But I don't really care. And due to Naruto and Neji having a decent friendship, Neji doesn't hate Hinata for no fucking reason. In my personal opinion, I thought his hatred for Hinata was misplaced to begin with, because Hinata didn't have any idea what was going on. And Neji just hated her for existing. Like, are you stupid? So, yeah, we just gonna, yeah. Anyway, so Naruto basically tells, shit, my fault. Naruto tells her, like, on the last day after she wakes up, like, they've been training for a minute. And Naruto tells him, like, on the last day, like, okay, it's time for us to go back. And at this time, their skin is starting to turn pale because of the fact that they've been out there. Like, the more they fought, like, the timer kind of... Basically, the more that they use and, like, train and stuff, the timer ticks down faster and faster on the seal. And now they don't have any unique abilities. It's just like their body's slowly morphing. Like, Naruto's hair, like, their hair is fully white, and Naruto's like starting to like get little horns and shit in his head. Like, yeah. Anyway, so Divine tells Naruto, like, you look weird. And Naruto's like, what do you mean? She's like, you kind of, like, you look pale. And Naruto's like, you do too. Like, what do you mean? And Naruto was like, we should start heading back now. We can't waste any time. And Divine was like, what about breakfast? And Naruto was like, we could just pick something up when we get back to the village. Like, we still have a whole, like, couple hours before, like, I mean, not a couple hours, we still have a day and a few hours, like a day and a half before the tournament starts. And she was like, true. So they just dip, like, they just vanish. And, like, they get back to the village, but this time, since they've been training and increasing their speed and strength and shit like that, it only takes them, like, a half of the day to get there. So when they get there, they're like, oh, that took, like, that was a lot easier than expected. And Naruto, like, they get, like, it takes them, like, I'm gonna say, like, 2 minutes to get to Naruto's house. I'm gonna say it was, like, all on the other side of the village. So, Naruto, like, they appear in the backyard, and when they get there, it's like, it's not Sakura, fuck. Hinata was waiting for them to get back. But when, like, Naruto appeared, Naruto forgot to, like, mask his chakra. So Hinata got an immediate fucking headache. And Divine kind of reminds him, like, your chakra fountain. Like, do something about that. And Naruto's like, oh yeah, that's right. My bad, Hinata. And he masks his chakra, and Hinata was like, what were you two doing? And Naruto was like, I'm just training. And Neji kind of chimes in, yeah, a boy and a girl off with no, like, adult supervision for 2 weeks, and you two were just training. And Divine kind of blushes and was like, that's all it literally was. And Naruto looks at Neji and was like, fam, do you have something to say to me? Like, honestly. You have to, like, you have to have something. Like, you have to be. Like, bro, do you want to throw hands? And Neji was like, man, maybe we'll fight in the tournament. But for right now, shut up. And Naruto was like, bro, I can't wait to knock that smug shit out your, like, I just can't wait, bro. Like, honestly, I really can't. And Divine was like, yeah, whatever, I'm hungry. And she walks into the kitchen and she sees Sasuke in there, and like she sees Sasuke and Sakura in there. Sakura was just sitting down watching Sasuke, and Sasuke was like, he wasn't even doing anything. He was just standing there. And Divine, like, she kind of creeped past them both and grabbed an apple. And then she's like, yo, not like she went back to like where they were, and she points over there toward them, and Naruto like points over there toward the kitchen. And Naruto, like, he hits the corner and he sees, oh, that's a shadow clone. Or like a lightning clone. And Sakura was like, wait, what do you mean? And Naruto's like, bro, that's a clone, Sakura. Like, it's not an actual person. Yeah, did you not know that? Oh, fuck. She was like, bro, Sakura, Naruto's like, Sakura, that's not like an actual person. Like, do you not know that? And Sakura looks at it and was like, but it looks like Sasuke. And Naruto's like, see, look here, I'll demonstrate. And he basically just punches like right through the clone, and it electrocutes him. Naruto's like, no, Sakura was like, you just killed Sasuke. Naruto's like, I know you're dense, Sakura, but you can't be this dense. Like, that clearly was not Naruto. Like, that clearly was not Sasuke. Like, you can't be this dense. Like, I know there has to be. Like, he taps on the forehead and I was like, yo, brain, you in there? You working right? You looking like you need some fucking help. That was a clone, Sakura. And Sasuke came into the back and was like, who the fuck broke my clone? And he looks and he sees Naruto standing where his clone, like, standing right next to where his clone was supposed to be. And Sasuke was like, bro, so now you just come in here to punch on shit now. And Naruto was like, I didn't know you knew the lightning clone jutsu. And he was like, yeah, well, when your friend apparently just has way too much time on it, like, just leave me alone. And Naruto was like, bro, do you not like me, fam? Like, what's going on here? And Naruto was like, bro, Sasuke was like, bro, every time I catch up to you, or I think, oh, I caught up to you, or, I think you're done growing, there you go, like, overly exaggerating and getting stupid dumb strong for no reason, yo, ooga booga strength looking ass. And Naruto looks at him and was like, bro, it's not my fault, I'm built different. And Kakashi chimes in and was like, Sasuke, you're built different too, because you learned you learned the lightning clone jutsu. That's a hard jutsu to master. And he was like, you're not wrong, but bro, like, that's not fair. And Divine, like, lets him know, like, it's okay, Sasuke. Remember, Naruto's Naruto and you're you, so you can't compare each other to each other, because then you're gonna start an argument and a fight, and we don't want to have to deal with that. Mostly, I don't want to have to deal with that, but And Naruto was like, who's stopping us from fighting? And Divine kind of looks over there at him and was like, I am. And Naruto looks at her and she has like this weird, like little weird, scary look on her. And Naruto was like, okay. And Sasuke was like, yeah, I'm gonna just head out. Me and Kakashi still got some training we could do. And Sakura's like, ooh, I'll come. And Naruto and Kakashi was like, yeah, no, Sakura, this is gonna start. It's gonna like we have to crunch a lot of time into this training. So sorry, but you're gonna have to stay here for now. And Sakura sighs and Divine turned like puts her hand on Sakura's shoulder and was like, it's okay. If it makes you feel any better, I slept on rocks for 2 weeks. And Sakura was like, why would that make me feel better? And how the fuck are you not dead? And Naruto laughs and Divine chimes in was like, they were just mountains. Like, we slept in the mountains. And, like, Neji chimes in was like, together? Like, in the same, like, next to each other? And Naruto was like, no, the cave was relatively warm. We had a little fire. Like, come on. You don't expect me to, like, lay next to her just because. Yeah, no. And Divine looks over there and is like, what's that supposed to mean? And Hinata was like, okay, I'm gonna just go. Like, cause now at this point, y'all just finna start arguing and I ain't got time. I'm tired. I wanna go to bed. And they've been at so Naruto and Divine like continue arguing throughout the day. And like when it turns to night, Naruto's like they go outside and they stare up at the sky and Naruto goes in the house and he goes to sleep and Divine was like it's like Divine looks up at the sky and was like, I wonder what she thinks of us. And she goes to sleep. And Sakura was like, speaking of that, like what can I do to make them see me to make them show them that I'm stronger. And as she's saying this, I'm gonna say, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna say like Rock Lee was walking past Naruto's house and saw that Sakura was in there. And she had saw somebody else in there too. So, yeah, I'm not telling you who that was, by the way. Actually, yeah, I'm not telling you who that was, by the way. It was an honorable member. I'm gonna say it was an honorable member. That, quote unquote, inspects Naruto's house at night. Basically like their housekeeper. So yeah. Okay. So the next day, like they wake up and the breakfast is made. The Abu member makes the breakfast and, kind of cleans up the house at night so it stays all neat and spiffy. If that makes, yeah. So the day comes and they wake up and they all go and they eat and they are headed toward the tournament area. And when they get to the tournament area, Guy still challenges Sasuke, but Sasuke basically just ignores him. And when he challenges Naruto, Naruto literally put like just puts him on his back. And Divine kind of walks past him and was like, sorry about that. And Lee was like, I have been entranced by another woman. I'm joking, but imagine. Anyway, hashtag mounts. Anyway, so then Naruto bumps into Gaara, and as he's walking off, Gaara turns around and was like, "What are you?" And Naruto looks and was like, "What are you like?" He was like, Gaara turns around and was like, "What are you two?" And Naruto was like, "Ah, I'm Naruto, and this is Divine, and we're gonna be leaving now. Bye bye." And okay, since Divine isn't fighting, every fight basically goes to canon. But yeah, every fight goes to canon. The only fight that doesn't go to canon, well, kind of, is when Neji almost killed Sakura. I mean, not Sakura. Hinata self-serve. Um, she just lost. She didn't almost fucking die. So Naruto basically, like, because he wanted to fight Naruto. So they go and they decide that they're going to start the forest, like the Forest of Death challenge. And everybody get their scroll and they launch off. And halfway through their expedition to go get the other scrolls, Naruto's team only needs one more scroll. And then a guy on a giant snake appears. And this is where I'm going to be ending this part off. I am very tired. If you enjoy my content, leave a like. I mean, if you enjoy this video, leave a like. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. Anyway, I am Shinobi, and peace out.